Hey, what's up? This is Unrivaled Skyrim, and this is going to be a Total War Rome 2 battle replay. This is going to be a 2v2, and I was joined by my good friend General Santucci, and my two opponents were Bazizi 7 and Alvarito.800. They both played as Macedon and Rome, and my friend General Santucci played as Rome, and I played as the Spartans. So let's go ahead and get started. This was on the Battle of Bam map. It's just a really deserted map with a few hills, and we were positioned on a hill to begin with. Ever since the new update, Sparta has now Cretan archers and Rhodian slingers, and that really helps Sparta a lot. It really gives them an opportunity to have a very good skirmish force, and that's what I went with here. I got 3 Paroki Peltes, 2 Citizen Cav to ward off enemy cavalry and to ward off skirmishers. I put my general in the Heroes of Sparta unit with 1 experience chevron, and I have 5 Spartan hoplites unupgraded. Macedon, he just went with a bunch of pikemen, and I think he had 2 foot companions. He's got like 2 companions. He's got a unit of archers and 4 units of Cretan archers, and he's got a large Greek ballista, excuse me. That's the one that is fixed on the ground, so you cannot rotate it. Excuse me. But General Santucci just went with he went with the Primarian army. Oh, where's his general?
Let us be a plague then upon our enemies, and make sure Hades is busy welcoming Greek souls today. Take up your arms.
Nice. He says we're going to take Greek souls today. So here you can see our initial deployment. We start on this hill, and we were planning to be defensive yet aggressive at the same time. So you see both of us moving forward, moving to each flank. Let's take a look at his army. He's got a Primarian army for the most part. He's got Hastati. You're seeing them getting just blasted with that giant Greek ballista. He's got Hastati Principes, and he's got Velites, and his general's probably in a Legatus. Yeah, and he's got Socii Equites, and I think he's got another unit, just regular Equites. Well, let's take a look at what he's doing right here. He is actually charging forward with his, what is that, Socii, yeah, I think that's just an Equite unit. Yeah, and he is actually going straight for these unprotected ballista. What's this guy's name again? I can't remember. But this guy, the Macedonian player, he has his companion cavalry way over here, unprotecting his main forces. He does have pikemen, but they're just going to be too slow, and they're not protecting the rear of the Macedonian player. So General Santucci did a real brilliant move. He's going to get into the back with his quick Equites, and they are going to smash straight into the ballista. And you can actually see like the Macedonian player was trying to shoot arrows at the Equites, but they're bouncing off their own ballista. That's just amazing. So that ballista unit is pretty much dead, and instead of retreating, he's going to go straight into these archers, and he's just getting so many kills with this cav unit. Real good move on his part. So we don't have to worry about the those ballista anymore. Let's go ahead and to my side of the battle. My Roman opponent, he brought a mass amount of Hastati, and I think he also has some legionnaires. Yeah, he's got some legionaries back here, and he's got them into attacking Testudo. So they're marching forward. I'm not going to get as many kills with my slingers and my peltes and my archers. My archer's over here, and I was actually planning to support his army with my Cretans, but I decided to bring them back towards my forces. Let's take a look at his cavalry. He's got mainly auxiliary cav, but he's got some Praetorians mixed in, And here he's going to go for a charge into my phalanx. Let's go ahead into cinematic. And yeah, he's charging straight forward. I made sure to put my guys in phalanx. Let's go ahead, get some close-ups of this sweet action. As of the new update in the Hannibal's at the Gate DLC, I do not have any mods anymore because of all the problems. So I don't have the Rome Total War camera mod or any graphical mods. This is what the game looks like just in the vanilla version. So I'm going to open fire with my my missile troops. He's trying to get in to my cavalry now, and I'm going to countercharge. His Praetorians are going to kill off my citizens like there's no tomorrow. But it's another story over here. His auxiliary cav and his Praetorians aren't going to be able to break through my Spartans. Some of them got through in my backlines, but for the most part we had them stuck on my spears. Let's take a look what's going on over here. His infantry, however, is getting straight into my my spearmen. They were not in hoplite. Yes, they're not in hoplite wall, and you're going to see them take a lot more casualties now. And plus, they're getting outflanked and surrounded, so very devastating over there. The Macedonian player had attempted to charge into my backlines to get my skirmishers, but General Santucci was there in time to catch them with one Socii Equite extraordinaire, and we're going to open fire on those companions, and they're just going to drop like flies. In the meantime, I'm getting my I burst through this hole with my Rhodian slingers, and now we have free shots in the backs of his infantry, and he's just trying to scramble out of this pincer that he got himself into. And he's trying to take out my my general, but he is standing strong. He will not go down without a fight. He's taken minimal casualties with compared to the amount of forces that he has to deal with so far. And the Macedonian player, he is slow with his guys. I guess his strategy really focused on using these ballista, but General Santucci got rid of them relatively quick in the battle with just one unit of cavalry, so didn't have to deal with that. These legionnaires are getting peppered in the back. Not really much they can do. Even if they turn around, I can just counter charge with my Spartan pike, or not, I was going to say pikemen, my spearmen. These Spartans, even though they're just hoplites, they are still going to be formidable from the front, especially since I put them in shield wall, or whatever it's called now. It's like hoplite. I think it's called hoplite wall now. But there, we got rid of his cav. Now my units are free to countercharge on this wing. The Roman player was pretty much successful in destroying my Spartans on the right, or in the center, I should say. Now General Santucci is actually going to start skirmishing with the Macedonian player. Here I believe he is trying to go for his mercenary Cretan archers, but his unit of Socii Extraordinaire Cav got caught on this pikeman unit. Unfortunate, but I think he's going to get those units later. I'm going to try to hold off these Romans with one unit of Spartans, and I'm going to put this unit in hoplite wall, and it's going to try to hold up. Let's count how many units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's going to die. So 9 units I'm trying to hold with just one Spartan hoplite. Let's see what happens. Sure, some are going to run through, but these 2 units of legionnaires are pretty much done for. Go ahead and let's get into this action right here. Yeah, my Spartan general got a lot of kills in this battle. Very deadly unit, even against swords sometimes. It just depends. But this unit of Spartans I mean, it can't take like on like 8 units at a time, but it is going to hold. Um, and you saw I got a counter charge with my citizen cav, and I'm opening fire with my peltest, and they're just tearing into these hostati, and they're just so getting so messed up now. That's so awesome. Wow. Death to all Romans. But there, the Romans are pretty much destroyed. We held them off, and now we're gonna turn I'm gonna turn all my attention towards the Macedonian player now. Let's take a look and see what's going on. General Santucci has the Spartan pikemen. God, the Macedonian pikemen surrounded. Good job on his part. Yeah, these pikemen are getting cut into, and he still has a lot of Cretan archers, and they are shooting into into General Santucci's men. But we are encroaching on multiple flanks now. Now I'm bringing up my Rhodian slingers, and we are targeting the backs of his pikemen, and they're just gonna drop like flies. They just can't deal with missile fire with their low armor and low shield strength. You can see the Macedonian pike. This foot companion just got swamped, and it's in a full retreat right now. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and look at the statistics. Yeah, my general got 180 kills. He amassed 2 experience chevrons in that battle. My cav did relatively good with what they had to deal with. Mind you, they had to go up against Praetorian cav and auxiliary cav, which are better. But with the use of my Spartan hoplites in a combined arms match, the Roman cav could not get around them and use his cav numbers to their advantage. My Rhodians, they cleaned house pretty much. They took no casualties. So did my Perioki Peltest. Took no casualties. Of course, my Spartan hoplites, they had to withstand all those Roman units, and some of them got slaughtered. But they did not go down without a fight, and they certainly did their job and held a lot of units and allowed me to use my skirmishers to their utmost advantage. And even my cavalry got some pretty good hammer and anvil strikes. Macedonian player, he got a lot of kills with his Cretan archers, but and some with his pikemen. His foot companions did nothing. That's an expensive unit. But his Greek giant ballista general taking it out early. It only got 47 kills. That's such a minimal amount of kills that the Greek giant ballista. Usually you see these things getting around like 500 kills or something like that. But General Santucci was freaking awesome. Let's see his army. Got a lot of kills with his velites. Infantry mostly did nothing. That's because they didn't get a chance to fight. He had so many units. The units that did do the fighting, however, they cleaned house. His Triarii did pretty well. Was that I think this was the unit of Equites that had charged into the Greek ballista. Or maybe it's this one. I don't know. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was this unit right here. His other units, I think these were the ones that went against companions. They just held those units while we shot them to death. Let's take a look at the statistics of this guy. Yeah, his cav. Just want to let's take a look. I can't calculate that off the top of my head. Let's see, 80, 100 of 10. Let's say 160 kills, which with combined, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of cavalry, and I got well over 100 with just 2. And in that ratio 2 to 6, the point I'm trying to make is I try my best to make the best out of the few units of cavalry I bring. I tend not to bring like 6 units of cavalry, or see some players they really go cav heavy in this game. And what I try to do is actually go skirmish heavy and try to bring a more balanced build. Because I believe I'm more heavy infantry and skirmisher oriented than heavy cav. And you'll see a lot of people be very good on this game when and they bring a very good cav force. But what I encounter a lot is when people bring a good cav force, and they just get minimal kills. You see here, with these Praetorian cav, they should have just decimated my troops. He should have used Draco, and I don't think he did. 3 units of Praetorians only get 120 kills. I almost got that amount of kills with 2 citizen cav. I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, if you're going to bring elite cavalry, use them to their fullest extent. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to say. And his heavy infantry, these are only histati. His legionaries did relatively a heck of a lot better. But the main point I'm trying to make about what this Roman player did, Alvarito 8.800, is if you're going to bring heavy infantry, elite heavy infantry, you've got to use them to their full extent. And just because they have their description says, very heavy cav infantry, doesn't mean you can charge straight into a hoplite, especially if it's going to be in phalanx wall or hoplite wall. You're just throwing away that expensive unit. While at the same time, what I try to do is use a combined arms approach, use skirmishers, use spearmen, use heavy swords, and people say, well, you know what, just bring shock cav to go against other cavalry. Well, I can understand that, but what my approach is really just bring a balanced build. Don't really need to go cav heavy to be very effective. It just all depends on your perspective. Mine is I'm going to bring a really more skirmished oriented army. And as you can see, my skirmishers cleaned house, and his heavy infantry and his cavalry just did relatively nothing for the amount of money that he spent on them. But that's all I had to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my opponents for playing this battle. Thanks to my friend General Santucci. He's a good friend of mine. Check out his channel. I will leave a link in the description below. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate each subscription. So go ahead, hit that button, hit that like button, comment, do whatever. And as always, peace out. See ya.